This is SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports show. Coming to you from Sportsbook at L'Auberge Lake Charles. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
You might want to slip on your running shoes because you're going to need it to keep pace with us tonight. We got a lot to cover.
We got a lot to cover.
Big show, and so little time as usual. So
As
don't
always.
eat up all the time.
I promise y'all won't.
Man in the suit over there, welcome. Glad to have
Yes.
you back with us. SoundOff, as we try to enhance your TV entertainment as we get the week going. Full squad again. Hobbs is here.
Glad to be back.
Gidry is over there.
Always.
Riccio right here. SoundOff, of course, presented to you by L'Auberge Casino Resort and also by our good legal friends,
Yes.
Lundy Law of Lake Charles. All right, we're working on trying to get McNeese basketball coach
We're gonna get Coach Wade
in
in.
the
We'll get
fourth
him in.
chair as a guest. Out traveling already.
He's out recruiting.
Recruiting, seeking talent, all
Yeah.
looking ahead to next year.
Always looking ahead.
So we're gonna nail down
will.
Willie the Kid very
We'll
soon.
get him in.
We got his commitment to get
We
in
do.
here into the fourth chair. All right,
We
let's
do.
get the train rolling. Let's.
What are we
gonna
gonna
play catch
talk
up.
about?
We're going to talk about that 21-point loss to Gonzaga, number 5th seed in the Midwest Regional that opened up last week. We haven't had our show since then. Look, Gonzaga is now making their 8th straight NCAA Sweet 16 appearance. Clearly, their cachet, their experience, and their comfortability on the floor. It's showing
The
against
only
McNeese.
thing I can
It showed.
say is, I think I'm right on this, but Gonzaga beat Kansas by one more point than they beat McNeese. But
Yeah.
that's
4th seed.
that's
Kansas.
misleading.
But
Let's be honest.
Kansas had some players that was out, so know that.
And
also-
that
players that was
game
out.
was closer for most
Yeah.
of
Yes.
it than the
Let
McNeese
me-
game, which was in the 30s for a
You
good
know,
while.
and Rick, you know what? When I looked at the game and saw it, just the first few minutes, I say, oh my. You know, Gonzaga.
When they started popping the threes?
Rick, I mean, the
it
bottom
was
was
just-
falling out,
it
man.
was just a
Are you-
barrage.
And you know what?
barrage.
Is that got to be the worst shooting we've seen McNeese shoot in a while?
Well, the missed layup.
I mean,
the missed
yeah.
layup.
Yeah.
The missed
I'm
layup for
saying,
killers.
you know, we can keep it within 10 or within 8
Yeah.
if we just make some of those shots.
Yeah.
But Gonzaga, Rick, the way they picked them and opened up the three,
Well, okay, look,
dude, that's crazy.
We talked about. Look,
I don't know what McNeese is supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I can, like, I'm watching this game, and I'm thinking, well, they got it. You know, Gonzaga has the advantage inside.
Inside.
Yeah.
So they can't keep making all those threes.
You would think.
Scooter.
That's what I said.
That's
But
kinda
they
what I
did.
said too, yeah.
In the first half, they did.
But-
second half, they
Maybe
cooled
a
down.
little
But
bit,
look,
but-
Wade had to pick his poison.
He did.
Double up on the backside on their big men, and they just flipped it to a wide open three, and they made the shot.
you know, all
But-
we heard from smarter basketball people than any of us was it's a good matchup for McNeese. It looked like a terrible matchup.
It looked like a
once
horrible
started.
matchup to me, Scoot, okay?
Because
Honestly.
the Zags made all their shots,
But-
and
but the
McNeese
thing is-
missed. I mean,
The thing is,
if
Rick,
they balanced out the
Yeah.
shooting percentages, it would have
If-
been a better game.
if McNeese could have figured
well,
out,
yeah.
it wasn't just
Yeah.
one guy shooting the threes. That's what you forgetting.
That's right. I mean, it was around that perimeter, wasn't it?
It wasn't just one
I
guy
got
shooting
you.
those
I
threes.
got, and
Rick.
look, those easy shots around the rim.
Yeah, you got to make those.
You
you have
know,
to make those.
and Wade, right after the game, he
have to
said
make
that just buried us. And when they were
Yeah.
down by 20, 22 at the
Yeah.
half, game
Yeah.
over. And
Well,
that was what he
there's
feared.
there's nothing more frustrating for, say, a McNeese fan, and I've seen a lot of basketball
Yeah.
games like that, where the other team can't miss, and on the other
Yeah.
end, there's a
Yeah.
lid on the basket. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and when that happens, you know,
I-
say goodnight, good
You
year.
hope it can turn, but
Yeah.
it just didn't.
Yeah, but I think, like you said, Rick, those threes, Rick, McNeese just couldn't account for those threes. When you're making twos and they making threes, Rick, I'm going to always keep the lead.
Prior to the game, after the Southland Conference tournament, maybe it was maybe a presser before they
Yeah.
left. Will Wade clearly said, look, we got to do everything right. And one of the things, we have to hit threes. We have to shoot for a higher percentage.
Yeah, and we knew that.
And they didn't. And what he needed his team to do and be like was exactly what Gonzaga was and McNeese wasn't.
Well, that's
They
kind
didn't
of,
hit the
that was
shot.
kind of his theme, that Gonzaga is what they would like to
Yeah.
become.
Exactly.
You know, a
And they-
mid-major that gets used to winning in the tournament.
Used to winning in the tournament, and it didn't pan out that way.
And
Look,
you know, Will Wade had a game plan. McNeese opened up some threes to shoot, but they just didn't drop.
make
Rick.
it.
Just didn't
and
drop,
Tavium
Rick.
Column early in the game He likes to shoot that three on the top of the key. You put him like 3 or 4 feet either way, he ain't shooting it.
Yeah.
But it's the top of the key, and he passed up a couple of those, and I thought, he
and
doesn't feel
that was
real
the
comfortable. Again, the pressure situation of an NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
I'm reading between the lines here.
Yeah, it
if
was.
Colin was sitting here, he would probably say I'm crazy. But he had shots at the top of the key, and he
did.
turned them down.
He did.
You know, he passed it around. And look, when Wells didn't get hot.
I've never seen him put a lid on
Richards
Wells
didn't
like
get
that.
hot.
Garcia
didn't get hot. Look,
it was tough, Rick. It was tough.
they got away with stuff in the Southland by, maybe Wells going up against a taller guy that just wasn't as good or fast.
Talent-wise, Rick.
Gonzaga was.
Talent. Gonzaga's there for a reason, Rick.
Yeah.
They're the number 5 seed for a reason.
Okay, they pummel Kansas. They pummel Kansas.
Yeah,
they
but
really did.
that wasn't really,
I'm not. But this shows how good Gonzaga is. They're in the Sweet 16 again. They're in the Sweet 16 again, guys.
It did.
All right, so you don't want to diss the whole year. We knew it was a long shot. What did we say last week? Punch and shot.
I don't know. I think
just
we
didn't
kind
want my
of
Cowboys to go
said
out like that.
McNeese was going to win.
I said punch and shot.
I will own up to
You
it.
seemed a little more.
I wanted them to play a little bit better.
I
than
know
what
it.
they
I know. All right, look, the Max Bar and Grill, located at
Yes.
the National Golf Club in Westlake. They are well known for fantastic casual dining, great food, great prices, and great service. Prime steaks and burgers, fresh seafood, pasta and salads, and po' boys, and all kinds of stuff. Gumbo as well. Hey, the weather's getting nice enough to head out to the patio as an option, so enjoy it all at the Max.
Sportsbook at L'Auberge Lake Charles.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at L'Auberge Lake Charles.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a Roto-Rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all: plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Welcome back to the Sportsbook at L'Auberge. We're smack in the middle of March Madness, guys. So get down here to the Sportsbook and get your best sports bet in. Sweet 16 cranks up again later in the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So get down here early. All right. SoundOff presented to you by J&J Exterminating, serving Louisiana for over 60 years. Also presented by one of our newest title sponsors. That would be Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana, locally owned and operated, expert plumbing.
Great group of guys.
And now they do water restoration and water cleanup. Give them a call. That's Roto-Rooter. You know the name. All right, coming up later, we will hand out our grades and opinions on the New Orleans Saints. Let me start that again. Later on, we're going to hand out our opinions and grades on the free agent acquisitions for the New Orleans Saints. What is
They
your
made
problem
some?
already? It's a nifty looking little list.
Yeah, whatever, Rick.
Oh my gosh, this guy. All right. Hey, heads up.
Unbelievable.
McNeese Cowboys end spring drills. The spring game or scrimmage. Thursday night, 6 o'clock at the stadium. That's this Thursday night, not over the weekend. This Thursday night. All right, let's address our NCAA brackets. I don't have mine here. I pulled it out of the American Press.
We normally do it,
I pulled it out of the American Press. Gentlemen, it was carnage from the opening round on. I mean, carnage.
Yeah.
But guess, I've got 12 of the 16 in the Sweet 16. I'm serious, 12 of 16.
Rick,
I'll bring it
Rick.
and show it to
Pretty
you.
good.
Look,
Pretty good. Can
I'll
you
say
guys
this.
match that? 12
I
of
didn't
16?
do a bracket.
What do you guys know this year than what
All
happened?
my energy goes into Bowl-a-Palooza.
Okay, you and the
You know.
football college ball game.
What have you noticed, Scooter and Rick, this year with March Madness that we
There've
haven't
been
seen
some
in years?
great games.
I
Yes.
think so. We'll get into that
You
in
know what
Thursday
I've
night
noticed
show.
that's
Get into
happening
that.
right now? You guys can look at it. I looked at the brackets and his teams and stuff. That's no Cinderellas in this.
Well, you're right to an
That's
extent.
none.
North Carolina State.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
get into that later on in
There
this
is
show.
none.
But,
Still a
but
Power 5.
yeah, they
Yeah,
are. They
there
are.
is
But top fours are in. A
Yeah.
lot of twos and threes. The
Yeah.
best of the best. Have
That's
all
it.
All right,
That's
Kim
it.
Mulkey. Kim Mulkey.
Okay.
She is a headline-making
She
machine.
is going to be Kim Mulkey.
She is indeed. All right, another media spat. We'll get into it. Let's talk about their first two games before we get into that story.
Neither one
All
of
right,
them particularly
not good.
impressive.
What, 24 turnovers against Rice. Fell behind at halftime to Middle Tennessee,
Yeah.
but they beat Rice,
They
of course.
ended up beating Middle Tennessee pretty handily, but it was not.
That
Yeah,
was a scorching second half.
It was the second half.
That
Scooter,
was
when it-
guys. That
going into
defense.
halftime.
That defense, and they got the offense going. I'm talking about the LSU
Going into
in that second
halftime,
half against
yeah.
Middle Tennessee. I mean, they flipped a switch. If they play like that going forward,
No,
guys.
not with teams that's a little bit better than what they
Oh,
play.
Middle
But
Tennessee
but
isn't
as
bad.
usual, that's not the story.
Well, what is the story?
Kim Mulkey.
Kim Mulkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like it's been like that ever since she got to
It is.
LSU.
All right. Now, you know the
But
guy,
nobody
Louisiana-based
actually
sports writer
talked
Glenn
to him.
Gilbo.
Yeah,
Right?
one of my best friends.
Yeah.
I mean, she fire and brimstone a couple of months back. Now it's the
That was
Washington.
minor, though.
Minor.
Yeah.
This one was fiery. Look, you probably have seen the story in the press conference. It's a story by the Washington Post, supposedly a profile piece on her. She calls it. It's going to be a hit piece on me. Kent Babb,
Point
an
out
award-winning.
this story has not seen newsprint yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we don't know
She's-
what it's
so
going to say.
She's theorizing it's going to be a derogatory piece on her.
Well, apparently somebody knows what it is, okay? We don't know, but somebody knows what it is. But the point that gets me is this. You've got to hire 6 defamation character lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's kind of got me worried, okay?
Well, she's got them lined up.
You've got 6. I mean, you've got 6 guys that
How
are the best in
many
the country.
she's got?
I'm telling you what she's
She
got.
better go get Jackie Childs.
Yeah, really. This is the Washington Post.
Defamation.
They're not
Well,
threatened
it's
by
just
this.
like, I mean, if anybody is a public figure, she is.
There's no doubt.
And if a public figure, you're going to win a defamation case, it's pretty tough.
That's
I
my
mean,
You know,
point,
I mean,
Scooter.
you're in the business
That's
over
my
40
point,
years.
And it's like, apparently Kim is worried about something.
I don't know
Okay,
what she-
we don't know what it is.
We don't
the
know.
three
I
of
mean,
us,
If I know
but
Kim,
apparently
I
it's
don't know how
something.
worried about it she is. Nothing seems to
Well,
bother her.
but you know,
She's pretty fiery.
she's got a legacy.
She's
going
ready
on.
to
She's
lay the
got
hammer
a legacy
down.
not only at Baylor but here at LSU now.
I tell you
And
what,
I don't think she want to tarnish that right now.
And I have no idea what this story is going to say. But
What do you think, Scooter?
Her
That's a-
ranting and raving over the weekend, she's daring them to print it. I
Yeah.
mean, they almost got to print it
And
now.
all eyes are going to be on it now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all eyes are going to be on it.
I
What
mean,
do you? I'm hearing it's nothing at LSU. Apparently something happened at Baylor. I don't know that to be true,
I can't
but that's kind of
imagine-
what I'm hearing.
I can't imagine that it's all of it. But I can tell you this. You work 2 years on the story, as they so
years.
supposedly have. It's not going to be a fluff piece.
No, it is not. 2 years by. And this guy's an award-winning sports
Oh,
writer.
Yeah.
I'm vaguely
So Rick,
familiar
I mean,
with him.
what?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody knows nothing about it. That's not.
She's
that's
trying to get
odd
ahead of
being
it.
here in Louisiana.
She's trying to get
that's
ahead of it.
kinda
Guys,
odd.
okay. She
She's
refuses
rolling
to
out the red carpet for it, though, whatever it is.
Yeah, she has refused to sit down and be interviewed by, and that's her right. You agree?
Oh, yeah,
She
that's
can.
her
She can
right.
say, "I don't want to talk to
That's
you."
her
That's
right.
that's cool.
But you know what bothers me? Right now, you're in the Sweet 16. Now you've got this dealing with this, trying to get to the Final Four. Now, you know, you don't need that.
And
that's me. I think this story is going to overshadow what they do from this point
well,
on.
The really bad
if it doesn't
game
get
they
resolved.
played was against Rice, and that was before apparently she knew about it, but I don't think any of the players did.
Well, I think it could be a rallying point for
you
this.
know, one of her deals she's ranting about is this same writer supposedly did a hit piece on Brian Kelly right after he got the LSU job. And from everything, I have not read the entire story, but the gist of that story was LSU's paying $9 million to Brian Kelly in one of the poorest states in America. Well, I don't know if that's a hit piece. Brian Kelly's supposed to tell him, no, I don't want to make the money.
And Brian Kelly didn't apparently have a problem with it. He didn't come out and say it.
I don't even remember when that story came out.
Look,
it couldn't have been
the
too
bottom
bad
line is, Kim Mulkey, she was that way. I saw her. I covered her when she was playing.
Yeah.
She's brash.
She's
She's
a
cocky.
fireball.
She's
a little
fiery.
fireball.
She fights. She scratches and claws. I mean, that's who she is.
She's a little fireball.
And she's going to come out and fight.
I'm anxious to see what it is. I'm like Scooter. I want to know.
And she's got the power with 4 national titles to push back against the media.
I agree with you, Rick.
Right.
She can push back, but I don't think she can win a defamation.
It's going to be interesting when the story breaks. We're pushing up against the break. We'll be back in just a bit. Stay right here.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
J&J Exterminating is here for you with our water damage sanitation treatments and wood protective borate treatments. There is no charge for home evaluations. Contact your local J&J Exterminating professional.
Hey, mister, are you a Roto-Rooter plumber?
Guilty.
Did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Toilet overflow?
Nope.
Pipe break?
Getting warmer.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
How long can you hold your breath? Is that your real hair? What's the birds and the bees? Do you know where my grandma is?
You know, I don't know.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
What's bugging you? Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
All right, glad to have you back with us here on SoundOff, spending some TV entertainment time with us.
Always.
On the Thursday SoundOff show, we will debate where the McNeese basketball program goes from here. And, of course, the overriding question, we've been debating it and talking about it. Will Wade be back for year number 2? That's in Thursday night's show, all right? March Madness.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, another part of this Kim Mulkey thing that just popped into my head, one of the problems that she made it crystal clear in that press conference is, according to her, the reporter and the Washington Post communicated with her and the athletic department, gave them like a dozen questions, and they wanted them answered in a 72-hour time frame late last week prior to her, opening up the NCAA tournament. She had a major problem with that. I kind of agree.
Yeah.
She simply doesn't have to respond.
Well, it depends on what the question was.
But nobody knows.
But my thing is, and maybe Scooter can help us, with this guy with the Washington Post, why not do this at the beginning of the year if there's something that's there? Now you got me. I'm in Sweet 16, and you messing with my head right now.
Because it's March Madness.
No, that's the way
basketball.
that deal works.
It's March Madness. You're not going to do it in the baseball season, Kevin.
This dude here,
all right.
man.
Let's lean in on, speaking of baseball, let's get
to
in
the
on
Final
some
Four,
baseball.
he messing with
First
me.
up, LSU. All right. They lose the opening series at Mississippi State. In the midst of that, a 10-run rule mercy game.
Yeah.
Second series, they lose to Florida with another 10-run loss game. Ended in the 8th inning. Another series loss.
I think it might be this is the first year. SEC games, I don't remember having a 10-run rule. except during the tournament.
Yeah, well, you're the source.
And so I don't know how many chances there have been for it, but I don't remember LSU ever getting 10-run rules. They probably have.
Really?
But now it's happened 2 Sundays in a row.
2 Sundays, 19-6 overall, 2-4 in the SEC, guys. I don't know. It's early. We talked about it last week. Very, very
It's
early.
but it's not getting any easier.
So
they go to number 1 Arkansas.
Arkansas this week.
So Scooter, help me out.
Arkansas.
Where's this pitching that we talked about a month ago?
The pitching, the score's a little misleading. The starting pitching was pretty good against Florida.
Holman with 13 strikeouts?
One hit in 6 innings, 13 strikeouts.
Holy smokes.
Okay.
Gage, I think, he's looking good. Jump.
Pretty good for 4 innings.
Okay.
Well, really, it was. Hey, that's a crazy way to lose a game Saturday on strike 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Strike 3, but it was in the dirt. Catcher couldn't find it. Run scores. They end up extra innings and lose the extra innings. And he had pitched very well.
Wow.
Even Sunday, got pretty good starting pitching at least for 4 innings, and it kind of fell apart. And Florida ended up hitting 6 home runs.
Thatcher Hurd.
Yeah.
He's got to be the Hurd of old.
Yeah.
At some point.
And he pitched much better Sunday.
So it's a process. It's a process.
Yeah.
We hope it's a process.
But it's not getting any easier.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't, guys.
No, not at all.
One of the things that Johnson said after Sunday was he didn't really like the team's grit and character be able to come back from a tough loss that Saturday and just kind of lay down on Sunday. That's him.
I don't know if they laid down, but
that's him.
I don't see what I always call it, and the LSU teams that do really well, I don't see that clutch gene
but
popping up yet.
And a little bit what Scooter says. I mean, are we forgetting they had 6 guys that are now in the major leagues?
Well, not in the majors.
They had
13 drafted.
Yeah. I mean, are we forgetting that guy?
There's a little bit of a talent drain.
Yeah. But I would like to see a little more clutch hitting.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Arkansas this weekend. All right, McNeese. Justin Hill said it well. This is a really big deal for this team to beat their first series win over a Big Ten school. They beat Northwestern 2 games to 1. And I agree.
Something else I wasn't aware of.
11-10. Now they're 11-10.
Got beat bad Friday.
Yeah.
And came back.
I was at that game. They were up and they lost 12-4.
Wow.
The game I go to, they lose. I can't go to the other 2 and they win.
Stay home, Rick.
Thank you, Mr. Guidry.
I'm just
All
saying,
right, let's move on to the New Orleans Saints.
Oh,
all right, look.
Rick.
This free agency line, look, it started with Chiefs Super Bowl winning linebacker Willie Gay. All right, and then they pick up Chase Young, defensive end guy.
I like
remember?
that pickup.
Where did that come from?
1 year with the 49ers. He's got a neck injury. He's got to undergo surgery. He'll miss training camp. But he'll be there for the season opener.
I've heard this happen. This just seems like this has happened a few times. Why has he not had that surgery yet?
I don't know. Going back to the Michael Thomas story a little bit.
Saying he will miss a lot of August practice. Supposed to be ready for the regular season. Yeah. Why has he not
I don't
had
know.
that surgery?
I don't know. But the Saints feel it's a 1-year deal. It's a 1-year deal for Chase Young. Willie Gay, I like the Willie Gay pickup. I like the Chase Young pickup.
What would make him leave
the 49ers?
Yeah. You go into the Super Bowl. What's going to make you leave?
Good question.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
All right, so they pick up a couple of, veteran receivers, Cedric Wilson, Stanley Morgan.
I'm not impressed.
But they get a quality backup offensive lineman, Ali Odu from the Vikings.
I have no idea who that is.
Well, okay, Kevin.
Okay,
he's probably not going to be a starter, but he's good depth.
I have no idea who that is.
All
Okay,
right.
So my next question to Rick is, Saints master, what are we going to do about quarterback?
It's Derek Carr. Let's leave that alone. All right, look, here's the question.
Take a drink on that.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
Free agent, unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, but
can they lure him back
there's some
home
problems with that.
to finish the career in New Orleans?
I've never been a big Beckham fan.
I'd take it.
I'll just look.
Not for $15 million.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. But I'm just. It's a lot the Saints has got to fix, Rick. Seem like they're not addressing those issues that they need
The
to
free
fix.
agency pickups takes some pressure off of Loomis for the draft. All right, with the 14th pick in the first round. He's got some defensive line help now.
Who is he looking at? Who is Loomis looking at for the 14th pick?
I think another receiver. What do you think? I think another. He needs offensive
He better
line.
find a game changer, Rick, is what he better find. He better find a game changer. If they're there. You would have to, Scoot. I mean,
Georgia,
you need a game changer.
Georgia tight end Brock Bowers. Could he be available at 14?
I don't know.
I'd take him in a heartbeat.
He's the best tight end in the draft. No,
I don't think he'll be the best
tight end.
Really? All those receivers and quarterbacks?
Tight ends, Rick.
I love
those
tight
guys
ends.
are their weight and go.
I know that, but I like tight ends. And Brock Bowers, he could help this team.
But it's just that.
Well, Brock Bowers is almost a generational tight end, but there are other tight ends.
Yeah.
You might get a tight end third, fourth round.
I'm just trying to figure out what the Saints are going to do to find game changers that's going to make them be competitive. Rick, it's the same stuff.
A lot to happen between now and the draft, but they're not going to take a quarterback, okay?
No.
We're up, the flag is out. We're up against the clock. Guidry, Hobbs, and Sarah.
As always.
This is Sound Off from the Sportsbook. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Hey, mister, did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at L'Auberge Lake Charles.
What's bugging you? Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
Simply Spiked Lemonade. Made with real fruit that fell from its tree and rolled right into the party. Simply Spiked. Tastes like your favorite juice, now spiked. Now introducing Simply Spiked Peach. It's getting juicy.